Thanks for joining us, America. Loy is in Midland, Texas. Hi, Loy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
My wife and I live with my in-laws, and we want to buy a house, but I'm not sure how to go about doing it because we have poor credit and a little bit of debt.
What's wrong with your credit?
Well, I've got about a 560, and I've never really done anything to build credit. The only thing I've got going for me is our car payment.
Yeah, you've not only not built credit, you've not paid things on time. What is behind or not paid?
We've been paying it on time, but when I started, I had no credit, and so I've just been building it with the car, and we paid 20.6% interest. And I had a loan, but I paid it off because I'd taken a loan to down pay the car.
How much do you owe on this ridiculous car?
$10,000.
Good Lord. At 20% interest?
Yes, sir.
You are getting screwed. Okay.
Yes, sir. My wife wouldn't let me negotiate the price, so...
Your wife wouldn't let you?
That's what I said, but...
That's not how we do stuff at my house. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, and what's your income, sir?
I make about $45,000 a year, depending on overtime.
Okay. Does your wife work outside the home?
No, sir. She's a stay-at-home mom.
How many children do you have?
2.
Okay. All right. And is this the only debt you've got?
I think we've got about $12,000 total in debt. There was a bed that she got that she pays monthly on, and she's got a loan from one of those little loan places that I told her not to renew again.
Okay. All right. The two of you are going to have to sit down together, and your first goal needs to be to get out of debt completely. And when you have no accounts open, about 6 months to a year later, you'll have no credit score, which is what you're going to want to do, because you've got a bunch of rip-off finance company crap, and you guys have been buying stuff you shouldn't be buying. You're getting killed, man. Yes, everything you all are buying is a high interest rate. They're killing you. They're beating the snot out of you, all in the name of you buying stuff you don't need to buy so you can get a house later. So what I would do if I woke up in your shoes is I would sell this car and get rid of this debt and get me a beater. And then I would get these other 2 loans paid off as soon as possible. Is the car worth what you owe on it?
Just a little more than what it's
good. While you can still get out of it, I'd get out of it while the getting's good and just get you a beater. Have you got another car?
I have a pickup, but I use it for work, and that's the only vehicle that she's got to get around because I may go to work and be gone 3 days or something.
Yeah, so we need to get her. We need to get her. She lives with her parents, right?
Yes, sir.
They don't have a car?
Her dad's car is crap, and her mom works all the time.
Okay. Then we need to get her about $1,000 car. Her getting around as a stay-at-home mom is getting in the way of you all buying a house. Okay?
Okay.
That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, I'm not sure you're going to do any of this stuff, but this is what I would do if I woke up in your shoes. I would sell that car, I'd get those other 2 loans paid off, and I would get me a little place to rent and get out of Mom and Dad's basement and get the dignity of standing on your own 2 feet. Then I'd start saving aggressively for an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, and then I'd start saving my down payment. And that's going to take you a little while.
I have a 401k and stock purchase through the company I work in.
I would stop adding to that until you get this mess cleaned up. Okay. And do you have any money in the stock purchase?
Yes, sir. Between my 401k and stock purchase, I have about $15,000, almost $16,000 in there.
How much is in the stock purchase?
A little over $5,000. I put 10% of every check for a year in there.
Good. I'd pull that money out tomorrow. That's not got a penalty on it. Your 401k has a penalty on it. And I'd stop putting money in your 401k. Use that money to pay off the 2 loans and to get her a little car because you're selling that car. Now you're 100% debt-free as soon as you pull those things off. You could be debt-free in a week if you get with it. That feels pretty good. Now you get on a written budget, and you start working together on a written budget, and your first goal is to get out of the house. Your second goal is to save an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, and your third goal is to save your down payment on your house. It's going to take you about 1.5 years to save up, and during that time, your credit score will disappear. So there's only 2 worlds you want to be in for getting a home as far as a credit score goes: a very high credit score or 0 credit score. And a 0 credit score comes from having absolutely no accounts of any kind outstanding or open. They're all paid off, and they're all closed. You have any bad debt outstanding?
There's medical bills, but the people that I talk to say they don't really go off of that, and they're years.
People that you
old.
talk to are idiots. Of course they go off of that. If they report that as bad debt on your credit bureau, that's what's keeping your credit score down.
Okay.
So you got to go get those medical bills and get them paid off too when you cash this $5,000 out. You don't want to have anybody on the planet that you owe any money to ever at all, and 6 months later to a year you'll have no credit score. And then you can qualify for a house. But if you walk around this 560 paying 20% on this car, living with your mother-in-law, dude, you're getting killed every time I turn around in this conversation. You hearing me?
Yes, sir.
I think you can do this. But it's time for y'all to take this dog by the ears and make it bark, okay? You can do this. Hold on, I'm going to send you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover, and it'll show you guys exactly what to do step by step to cause this to happen. But I gave you some pretty clear instructions there. If you'll follow them exactly, this will work. If you deviate from them, then you probably got bad advice today.